Hello, my friends. Glenda Ballett here, and welcome to my craft room. It is Wednesday. I had to think what day of the week it was. It's Wednesday, April the 9th, and I am live with the Wild Ferns bundle for the last time this week. Come on now, Facebook. Don't let me down. Got that. Why isn't it working? Really? Some days. Okay. Is there anybody out there? Nope, it's not live yet. Now what's wrong? Now what's wrong? Okay, well. Hello, Alice. Hello, Wendy. So I am live on Facebook because it doesn't say I am. Oy vey is all I have to say. Oy vey. So tell me if you are on Facebook. You're on Facebook, Wendy and Nadine. I am live on Facebook. Okay. In my VIP group, or am I live on my page? I don't know. I was not supposed to be live on my page. I was supposed to be live in my VIP group, but I can't find it either place. So I'm sorry. You'll just have to put up with me for one moment. I'm live in the wrong spot. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll just go with it tonight. We will just go with it. And I told it to go live in my VIP group. I did not say, now what's it doing? Really? I did not say go live on my page. I did not. And it did. Oh well. As long as you guys can see me, that's the main thing. Yep. Okay. Anyways, hello. Welcome. Some days technology just makes my head spin. I have one final card for you this week using the Wild Fern stamp set and dies. The stamp set is sold out. The dies, however, are still in. Now, I didn't check them this afternoon. Did anybody go and check them? They were still available as of this morning. And they were on sale. Yep, they're still there. They're on sale in Canada for $27 versus regularly $45. So if you are interested, let me know. Hello, Diane. I know. Oh, I should go over there. That's not going to go live. Just discard. I'll just go over to my VIP group and say I'm on my page. I am live on my page tonight. Sorry. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm there. I'm here. I'm going to show you the card. So if you are here watching me, thank you for finding me. Hello, Christine from Illinois. Welcome. So I guess I'll just put it out there that registration is opening for my Summer Creative Escape on Friday. That would be the 11th. You've got 2 more days. If you're part of my VIP group or an elite stamper status, which means you've already come to one of my creative escapes, registration is open now. But because I went live in the wrong place and I had it scheduled to share that the retreat is open for registration, I guess it's open. So let me just grab that link. I think I put it in the description. But you know, the way things are going tonight, who knows? Who knows whether it's live or not? Okay, so there's the link for the Summer Creative Escape registration. There is 3 ways you can enjoy the escape. In person in Port Alberni on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. You can join us on Saturday, June the 7th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.-ish for the in-person event. If you are not local, you can, and you live in Canada, you can join us for the virtual event and get the kit and all the goodies and all the stuff and all the freebies. And if you live outside Canada, there is a tutorial only option, which gives you the PDF, and everybody gets the video tutorials for all of the projects. And if you live outside of Canada, then you get the PDF with the video tutorials. Then you create your kits and you can stamp with us on the virtual event, or you can do them on your own. And it's open now. Sure, we'll go for it. Registration is open now. To qualify for early bird status, which means you get exclusive tutorials for 2, count them, 2 fun folds, you have until the 18th of April to register. And then final registration date cutoff is May the 1st. And then I prep and order and get things. And I'm so excited about these cards. You're going to love them. I am featuring the Scenic Adventure bundle. Let me show you what I'll flip you around so you can see. Then I'll show you the card that we're doing tonight. Okay, I'm featuring the Scenic Adventure bundle. That's this one. Masculine type cards, technique-y type cards. And this one, Gallery Blooms, more flowery type cards with some coloring techniques. Hello, Diana. And you also have the opportunity to add either or both of these bundles on at a special escape only price. So that registration ends May the 1st. So hop on over and you can register for that event and we will have a stampin' good time. If you choose the tutorial only bundle, it includes the PDF, the videos, plus you get a hand stamp card from me and you get a little thank you gift as well. Now, the early bird cards, there, as I said, there's 2 fun folds. If you are an elite stamper, which means you have already been to at least one of our creative escapes, then you are an elite stamper. You're going to get the special elite stamper gift. And this time, if you are an elite stamper and you invite a friend to come with you, they will also qualify for that elite stamper gift. And I'm doing this all myself. In the past, I have collaborated with a couple of my team members and some friends. And this time, everybody is busy with their lives. So I'm doing it all myself. So they will all the cards, 8 cards and 1 elite stamper gift will be all my cards. Sorry, but you have to deal with me. Okay, here's tonight's card. Isn't this pretty? It has gold. Ooh. Ah. And it uses the new Everyday Arches dies. And then there's the inside. I am using gorgeous grape, Highland Heather, fresh freesia, and Lost Lagoon, and of course Memento black. and the Wild Ferns dies and stamp set. There's the Everyday Arches dies. Now this is in a bundle with the Everyday Arches stamp set, but you don't need the stamp set to use the dies. Just saying. And then I'm going to finish it off with some adhesive back transparent dots. And these are on the retiring list as well as the Wild Fern bundle. Okay. Wendy says it's here. What's here? What's here? Are you guys still there? Give me a thumbs up or something. I'm not trusting this connection tonight. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this. I was going to prep ahead of time and get some of the stamping and die cutting done, but I didn't because I was busy doing a video tutorial for May's Avid Funfold class. So we're going to have to do that. I have 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. I have basic black 5 1/4 by 4, and we're going to cut a what's that called? An arch. And then I have a piece of the perennial lavender designer paper that I'm going to cut a smaller arch. Arches are unavailable, right? Oh, you're talking about the dies. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, Nadine, for telling me that the arches are unavailable right now. Hello, Christine. Oh, the registration is there. Oh, good. Nadine, do you know what date they're going to be coming back? If not, that's fine. Okay, I have 2.5 by 5.5. I don't know. I just got a bunch of white to do the stamping and then cut the 2 small arches and then a chunk of gold about 2 by 4. What did I tell you? That whenever I go live, somebody messaged me and it comes across the screen of my computer and I lose everything. People, I'm live. Go away. Okay, so I need to stamp all of these. So there's 4 fern stamps in this bundle, and we're going to use all 4 of them tonight. So I'm going to lay out the colors. And we're going to do this curly one is in Gorgeous Grape. Nope, it's in Highland Heather. This one is in Gorgeous Grape. This one is in Fresh Frisia, and that one is in Lost Lagoon. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2 of everything except for the Highland Heather one, and that is 3. Okay. Let's do some stamping. I'm sorry, this is going to be painful because you're going to have to sit through me stamping and die cutting 2 sets of everything. There's that one. And that one's not going to fit on there. Maybe it will. Hello, Eddie. And 1. Nope. Not going to fit. Going to have to do it on a different one. 2. So how's everybody doing tonight? You all know how I am with the confusion with Facebook. It's kind of didn't work tonight, but at least I'm stamping and you're watching. Arch is available the week of May 19th. Oh man, that's a ways away. Okay, so I need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3 of those. And then the last one is Lost Lagoon. Thank you, Nadine, for finding that out. I appreciate it. Now, this one, I need 2 of these. So now you've seen all of these stamped images. Which one is your favorite? We have the curly one we have the ferny one, we have the straight one, and we have the little one. Does that make sense? So last night I used these dies around the sentiment, and I used those dies. So tonight I'm using the ones that cut out the stamped images. There we are. Christine, let's see, where am I? Janet likes the curly one. Christine likes the ferny one. This curly one reminds me of fiddleheads, a fiddlehead fern. Have you guys ever eaten fiddlehead ferns? You can buy them here sometimes in the grocery stores. My dad used to like them. I know Ted grew up, hubby Ted grew up eating them. I've had them a few times. I must say I am not a fan. Oh, I have one other ferny one. Yes, the ferny one. This is the ferny one. I have been asked for my baking powder biscuit recipe. So I thought I would show it to you. So there's my baking powder biscuits. Look at that. These are cheddar. I'm going to take a bite so you can see the inside. I sacrificed for you, ladies and gentlemen. There's my biscuits. I have a whole bag of them. So if you want to come over for biscuits and tea, let me know. Anyways, Holly says yes, she's eaten them, but not a favorite. Yeah, they're a bit too, I don't know, woody or tangy or something. I don't know what it is. You can tell how old my recipe is by how stained up my recipe card is. Wendy says yes, she has, not a favorite, but edible with lots of butter and salt. Oh, I bet they would be. Okay, now my mouth is empty again. Does anybody want my recipe for my baking powder biscuits? You've not heard of them? Well, it's because you guys don't have ferns down there. Nadine. Ferns grow in a moist environment, which we have on Vancouver Island. We are called the wet coast, a well-deserved term. Okay, I will give you the recipe if you want to go, and I will give you time to go get a pencil so you can write this down. This is a recipe. It comes from my mother. Sometimes I write the date on the back, but I didn't write it on the back of that one. But by the looks of my writing, it was in my early 20s because I used to write really nice when I was young. Not so much anymore. So when you're ready with your pencil and paper, let me know and I'll give you the recipe. Of course, if you miss it, you can always go back and watch the video again. Yes, but post it? Well, maybe, if I remember. Okay, it's really a difficult recipe. I tell you, there's so many ingredients in it and steps. Not. Turn your oven on to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Ready, says Diana. Recipe, please, says Lena. Mary says yummy. Looks yummy. Yes, recipe. Okay. So in a big bowl, and I double this recipe very successfully all the time, but I'll give you the single recipe. in a big bowl, combine 6 cups of flour. Now, I use unbleached flour, and it's just regular all-purpose flour. It's nothing fancy, just regular all-purpose flour. 3 cups of all-purpose flour. 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Now, yes, I put sugar in them because let me tell you why it has sugar and why I continue to put sugar in it. Because the sugar makes them crunchy on the outside. I do not put 1/3 of a cup. I do put less than 1/3 of a cup, but the recipe calls for 1/3 of a cup. So if you like them sweet, then you can do 1/3 of a cup. Okay. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Very important ingredient, and you must have baking powder that is not out of date. Some salt. Sorry, the original recipe said a pinch of salt. So salt to taste. Then you mix all those together in your big bowl. Well, that's interesting. I cut the same one out again. Mix them all up in a big bowl, and then you cut in 1/2 a cup of butter. Now, the recipe says margarine. I don't use margarine. I use butter. 3 or 6. For one, sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once and it's not working. 3 cups of flour, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, some salt, and 1/2 a cup of butter. The 6 cups is for a double batch, which is what I make all the time. I never make a single batch. There's just not enough. Each batch makes about 24 biscuits, and I cut mine about that big. Your measuring spoons have a pinch spoon? Oh, Nadine, how fun is that? That's so cool. Okay, so you cut in 1/2 a cup of margarine. Now, the margarine has to be cold right out of the fridge because warm won't work. It has to be cold, and it has to stay in chunks. You don't want it to blend in completely because the chunks, when they melt, is what makes the air gaps in it. Don't I sound like I know what I'm doing? Oh, Lena has one too. Lucky you guys. Okay. And I use butter, not margarine, because I don't like margarine. So you get those with a pastry blender or a set of knives or however you cut butter into. And you want it till your butter is about chunks about that big, square, ish, right? And then if you're going to add cheese, you put in cheese after you cut in the butter. Okay, I'm going to cut my arches out next. So you cut in the butter, then you add the cheese, and then you add, is this going to work? Yes. Then you add 1 cup plus of milk, cold milk, right out of the fridge. Margarine with butter? Nope. Just butter. Do not ever use margarine. You will get cancer from margarine. Margarine is lethal stuff. Okay, so it's very important to have ice cold milk right out of the fridge, just like cold butter. The same reason. and I pour it a smidgen spoon too. Oh my God, how fun. So you have your bowl with all your dry ingredients and your cheese and your butter and everything. And then I just take my milk and I pour it over the top. Then I mix it all in with a spoon. I just use a tablespoon. And once you get it to the point where the milk is not there anymore, then I get my hands in. Now you all know that I have cold hands, and I firmly believe that's why I'm so good at making biscuits, because if you have warm hands, you're going to melt the butter and you're going to cool off the milk while you're mixing it, because the next step is to mix with your hands. So you get the milk in and you stir it in with a spoon, and when it's all mixed in, then dump it out onto your countertop, and then you start to knead it. But you don't want to knead it too much. Oh, good, Wendy. Good job. The more you knead it, the tougher it gets. But you do need to knead it a bit so you can work all the ingredients in together. And the trick to making good biscuits is that you knead it enough that it's tacky but not sticky. And it takes just a second or two to go from tacky to overworked. But it's the amount of milk. That's why it says 1 cup plus. And I can't tell you that it's a cup plus that much, or a cup plus a third, or a cup plus a quarter, because it all depends on your weather. If it's raining, it takes less milk. If you live in a dry environment, it will take more milk. So when you pour it out onto your counter and you're kneading it, you knead it just like bread. It's not like this. You're kneading it like bread, because you got to work it all that stuff in, and you're always turning it and folding it over, and that's what creates all those layers. Do you see those layers in there? Okay, they are created by the butter, and they're created by folding the dough over. And when you get it to the point where it's tacky but not sticky, then you know you hit the magic. And when I'm rolling it out on my counter, I make sure I keep flour underneath so it doesn't stick to the counter, and flour on top so the rolling pin doesn't stick to it, because I use a rolling pin to roll it out. We're in the deep south. Those are typical measurements from the ancestors. They are here too, Nadine. Absolutely. And then there's the eggshell, half an eggshell. So you get it, you roll it out, and you roll it out till it's about that thick. What is that? Like about 1.25 inches, 1.5 thick. And then I have a tomato paste can that is about 30 years old. No, it's got to be old. Holy man, Ted and I have been married a long time. Oh, it's like 48 years old, this tomato paste can. But it's a little one because I like the little biscuits. You can use like a mushroom soup can or a canned mushroom can, but you'll get bigger biscuits. Anyways, then you stick them in the oven and you cook them for about 15 minutes. And you want to keep them in the oven until they are brown on the bottom and get a brown tinge on the top. And they're a little bit crunchy. And that's the sugar in there is what gives it the crunch. Okay, I think I have them all. 1, 2. No. I have a lot of these to cut out. I may not end up with too many of these. Let's just glue them all together, and then they'll stay in place. So give the biscuits a try and let me know how you do. If you live close and you want to try some, let me know. I made a fresh batch yesterday because we have a neighbor, I think I told you, she's going through some medical issues right now. So she wanted a batch. So I made them yesterday afternoon, took them over to her on my walk, and her hubby says to me, "They're still warm." Well, of course they're still warm. I just took them out of the oven. But I had to taste them on the way over there. So I did try one or maybe two before I took them. Because you can't give something away that you haven't taste tested. Do you use cast iron to cook it? Nope, just a regular metal cookie or cookie sheet. That's all I use. Nothing special. And I don't worry about the bowl. I use a plastic bowl for mixing them in. I'm going to cut one more set and then we're just going to go with whatever I have. Except this one that is stuck on my plate. So if you live close, you want to try one, let me know. I've got them. Of course, you'll have to do it tomorrow because Friday's family dinner, and if there's any left over, they'll be gone. Gone. Sometimes that's all I will have for dinner is a biscuit or two. But I was thinking last night, I was sitting there thinking about the biscuits, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to put some ham in them and have ham and cheese biscuits? So I'm going to try that next time. Oh, right out of the oven, Mary. They're the best. Okay, I have to get some more white because I ran out of white. And I still have the sentiment arches to cut. Oh my goodness, it's been a half an hour of biscuits. Okay, which one did I use? I used that one. And I used that one. Oh, I want to try something. I want to cut one more tiny one. And I'm going to cut it right out of the center of that big one. Because it's going to get covered up anyways. And then we can start putting things together. Mail. Oh, Wendy. Nope. I don't think they do very well in the mail. Yes. I've had a request from my northern grandchildren when we go up there in June. I have to make some biscuits. Okay, I just put my dies away so I don't lose them. I wondered if I could triple this. I can. We're going to triple the sentiment. Oh, how fun is that? All right. Step one is to attach. Want another bite? Yummy. I make cinnamon rolls with biscuit recipe. Oh, cinnamon rolls. Yummy. Oh, Diane, your little goats are so cute. How old are they now? Are those just today's borns or are they like a week old? I know you've been having them for a week or so now. They are adorable. Little goat kids. Okay, now this is going to go on to my card base. And I'm lining it up on the side with about the same amount of a frame as the up and down. Okay. Now, this is going to go here. And then all these little pieces are going to fit underneath it. So let me get my silicone mat, lay all of these things out. Because there is a lot of them. I think I went a little overboard on this card, doing all the bits and pieces. My club ladies know how I can be with little bits and pieces on a card. I have to control myself because sometimes I get really carried away. So these are all the gold ones. How many gold ones are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 little gold pieces. Not all necessary, I don't think. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stamped pieces. About a week old. The youngest ones were born on Saturday. Just waiting for another batch to start in the next day or two. Oh, how fun. Now, do you grow them as pets? Or do you have a meat farm? Do you grow them for the milk? I think it's interesting to have a goat farm. Our neighbor down the hill, one day I woke up to the bleating sound of a baby goat. You're not allowed to have goats in city limits, but they decided that the bylaws were not for them. They would pertain to everybody else. So they got this goat, and then they told the bylaw officer when he showed up that they were doing weed control and they had borrowed a goat for 2 weeks, which is what you're allowed to do. But it was a baby goat. It was not a grown goat. And it cried the whole time it was down there because it was all alone. It was stuck in the backyard. He did eventually take it back to the farm that he got it from, which I was glad for. Meat. Aha. Yours always looks so good. When I get too much going, it looks awful. It's the colors. You can't use a lot of colors. You have to kind of use colors that go together. I know I see a lot of cards, especially at this time of the year when we have our new, oh, I'm getting glue everywhere. When we have our new in colors come out, and I see people try to make a card with all 5 in colors. It doesn't work. I'm stuck. Get off of me. Okay. Back, let's use this instead of my finger. And if you want to use lots of colors, then you have to use neutral colors with it, like white or vanilla or black. That's what stops your card from looking uber busy. Oh, I know what I did today. I was just trying to think what I did today. It was a productive day, but I don't remember what I did. But I have all my details for my in color club are all done. And I'm just going to put this here where I want it, and I'm going to hold it down with some Post-it tape so I can lift it up and put things underneath it and have this not move on me. There we go. So the In Color Club is ready. I'll be announcing that in the next couple of days, and my product shares are ready. They need company. They do. They're very social, those cute little goats. It was weird because when that goat showed up at the same time, there was a petting farm not far away, and they lost a baby goat. It was actually stolen. Now, I don't know whether they ever got it back or not, but I was suspicious that maybe it was that, but it wasn't, because the goat that went missing was black, and this baby one was not black, it was brown. Okay, so I'm slowly adding these. It's a lot easier this time than it was when I did the original card, because at least I have something to go by now. I know where I'm putting them. And I started with a bigger one, and I'm just kind of filling them in size. And then I have a Lost Lagoon one will go right under here. And then another Lost Lagoon one over here. This was kind of a smart idea, if I can ring my own bell for a second here, to use that Post-it tape to hold it in place so I could slide all my things under. And then we have one of these is going to go there. Hey, there was 3 of these. Where's the other one? Uh-oh. I'm missing one of these. That's not good. I might have to cut me another one if I can't find it. Every time I create, I lose something. I'm checking my sweater. It's not there. It's not in the die. Well, oh, there's some biscuit crumbs. Where did anybody see where my last one went? Every time I create, I lose something. All right, just stamp another one. Nope, not Lost Lagoon. It's Fresh Freesia. Fresh Freesia is the one I need. This one. Nope, this one. I don't know where it went. I'll probably find it when I finish putting my whole card together. I don't know. It's okay. I have the technology to make more. So did you guys do anything exciting today? Did you get to be creative? Did you bake something? How was your day? I did get my walk in. So proud of myself. I have walked every day except for one since I got back from my trip to North Carolina. And that one day, I can't remember what, but I had like back to back some card or classes or something. I don't remember what it was. Okay, this one I'm going to tuck underneath here. If I can lift this up. Come on. Up, 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 up. Oh, that's the wrong one. I need this one. That's better. That one's there. Okay, did I just lose one of these now? Oh my gosh. That one's going to tuck underneath there like that. And then we're going to put that one on right in there. Now we have the big curly top one. And then another little one. Oh, what is that one? Oh, I missed one. Oh, well. Too late. Too late. I'm just going to put these underneath here. Like that. And I'll just fill in. There. There. And there. How's that look? Alice die cut and colored some of the darling dinos, working on a card now, designing as you go. Oh, nice. Way to go. Now, Alice is relatively new to card making. And she is doing very well. All right, I'm going to put some adhesive on this. And put that back on there. And then this one. And I'm putting an extra layer on this card that I didn't have in my original one. Now I'm going to stamp Memento. And you are greatly appreciated. I don't think I would ever say this to anybody, but you know, that's the sentiments in there, so that's the one I'm using. I think the other one was with deepest sympathy or something. Heartfelt condolences. I would say that even less. Now, I did pop this layer up on dimensionals. I'm going to grab some of those. Then we'll stamp the inside, and then we're done. What time is it? 8:18. So you guys on my Facebook page are getting a bonus tonight because this was supposed to be my VIP group. But that's okay. I don't mind sharing. At least everybody knows my biscuit recipe now. Eddie played with some new sentimental framing. Oh, I love those dies. Those are nice. I have them. I don't know where they are. I must have put them away. Go figure. Okay, now I was going to just stamp on this, but I think I'm going to die cut this and make it a oval on the inside. Or, I mean, an arch. Why not? It's my card. I can do what I want, right? So don't forget, my classes, my May classes are open for registration. We have Storybook Friends and the Avid Fun Fold. And they are both open for registration until the 15th of April. And the Summer Creative Escape registration is open now for that. I need to get a stamping paper because I created kind of a grotto effect on the inside. So we're going to do that with this. Going to start with Gorgeous Grape and the Ferny one. And stamp 1, stamp 2, stamp 3, And the envelope. Do the same thing. And Lost Lagoon. The long skinny one. And a little bit on here. And that's a wrap. Put adhesive on this, and then you can tell me which inside you like better and which sentiment you like better. There we are. The card is done. Not quite as much gold on the one we did tonight as this one because I completely missed cutting out 3 of the pieces. But I think there's enough. So tell me, which sentiment do you like better, the original one or the new one? And I'll hold it up so you can have a look at them. Which one do you like? I know which one I like better, but I want you to tell me which one you like better. The old one or the new one? I feel like I should be doing a draw. Oh, embellishments. Oh, Nadine, thank you. Alice likes the new one. I think I've used all the Blackberry Bliss ones. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So we're going to have to limit ourselves to 5. No, 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 no. Up there. There we go. Let me go back and read them. The new one, the new one, the new one, but both are beautiful. New one, new one. It looks very lacy and pretty. Thank you, Diane. Hello, Carol. Either sentiment is great, but I'd probably use the first one. Aha. So I think this one is slightly ahead, but they both are appreciated. I like this one, but then I'm a layer person. I like lots of layers. Okay, so which inside do you like? Do you like the square inside or the arched inside? Hello, Marlene. Marlene likes the new one. So do you like the square sentiment or the square inside or the arched inside? Now, also my catalogs are almost ready to go. I just have the letter to make to go with them. I've made all the bookmarks. I've got my stickers on them all. And then I'm going to do the letter and then I'm going to address them. Square inside says Lena, Alice, Christine. Everybody likes the square one and not the arched one. Weird. Oh, Marlene likes the arched one. So if you are a customer of mine and you've placed an order in the past 6 months, you will automatically get a catalog. If you live out of town, I'm popping them in the mail, hopefully beginning of the week. If you live locally, you can make arrangements to get it to you. I will be doing a catalog launch party sometime in May, but I'm not quite sure when. And if you need a catalog, please let me know. If you haven't already got a demonstrator or you're not a demonstrator yourself, let me know and we will make arrangements to get one on its way to you. There we go. So, thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. Sorry for the confusion at the beginning, not knowing where I was. Honest to God, I did the VIP group. Don't know how it got to the page, but that's okay. You got the recipe for my biscuits. Oh, I got to finish this one now because I took a bite of it. I hope you give the biscuits a try, and I hope you give this style of a card a try. I know there's a lot of bits and it's not for everyone, but it kind of looks like a fern grotto to me. And I live in the middle of a fern grotto. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I won't be live now until Saturday. Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. for Scrapbook Saturday. And I will see you soon in my craft room. Stamp and smiles, and bye for now.